Today I am going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial. As you can see, my skin is a little so I am going to be doing a very light look today, and we're just going to get into it and hop into the video. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to take this spoolie, and it also has a little brow pencil on the end. This is by Milani, and I'm just going to brush out my brows. I'm brushing them up so that I can do the initial line in a second. You want to brush them up. And what I like to do is go in with a So the next thing that I'm going to do is take this angled brush and my brow pomade by Anastasia in the color chocolate, and I am going to line my bottom part of my brow. Since I am doing a light makeup today, I am just going to take a very little bit and try and be very precise and do it lightly. I don't want a bold eyebrow today, and I'm just following what my natural brow does all the way across the bottom line. And then what I'm gonna do now is, what I like to do is just do a little bit in the front, and then I try and get my arch the way that I want it first. So I go back to the bottom, and I normally go for a more dramatic arch, but not super dramatic. But since I am doing a natural brow today, I'm gonna leave it to be just kind of curvy and not like, you know. And also, a lot of what I do with my arch is with the concealer. So now I'm just going into the top and kind of starting to do the top line. And then I really don't fill in the front of my brow at all whenever I'm trying to do a natural brow. And then I'm going to go back in with the spoolie and make sure that all the hairs that I brushed up are now laying down. And brush out the brow. Make sure that I got everything so that you can kind of see anything that you need to go back and cover. And this is how the brow is looking right now. I'm actually going to go in some more because my arches just look non-existent for a second there. So I just made it a little more defined. And then for this brow, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. My eyebrows are here. I'm gonna go ahead in and start cleaning them up. I have a lot of errands to run today because it is the day before Mother's Day. So I'm just trying to do something quick. So I'm not going to go in with a very, very light concealer on the top of my eye because I'm not doing a full face. So if you're not going to do a full face, the best thing to do that I love to do is I like to take my actual foundation color and start lining it out with that whatever foundation that I'm going to use for that day. I like to line it out with that on the top of my brow. And like I said, I kind of like for my arch to be there. So I'm going to make it a little more visible on this step. So and the edge of my eyebrow is like really like curly hair. I don't know why, but it is. And as you can see, like, this is my foundation color, so it's not going to be hard to blend it out into my actual face when it gets time for me to do that part. So I do actually like to use a concealer on the bottom of my brow though, and I like to use a flat brush. So earlier I did not use a flat brush for the top of my brow just because I'm going to go back in with an actual concealer. I'm going to use the Sephora concealer, Makeup No Mistake High Coverage Concealer, and this is really, really close to my actual color, my skin tone. And then I'm going to line the bottom of my brow with the Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this is actually a little lighter than me, so it'll brighten up my brows just a tad. So I'm just taking a little bit and I'm going to line the top of my brow. I just like this because it adds a little more warmth to the top of my brow. Like with you using your foundation color, it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like doesn't make your brows pop any. So I just like to add a little bit of that in, and then I'm going to go ahead and line the bottom of my brow with this Can't Stop Won't Stop. I really need to get some more. I have another one, but it's a shade lighter than this. And with me trying to do a natural brow, I really don't want to use a concealer that I would normally use to highlight a lot. Like this one is very, very faintly lighter than my foundation. So I feel like it's perfect for this. And I do not like the way that my brow is ending, so I'm going to do something about that. Okay, so this is how my brow is looking right now. And now I'm just going to go ahead in and do the same thing that I did to this brow to this one. Alright, so this is how the brows are looking, and I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup up for the day. But yeah, so this is the finished look. Foundation look. There is no foundation on my face, baby. And this is just for when you got a lot going on and you don't want to mess it up no more. You know, like, you just like, I hear you, skin. I hear you. But we got to go out looking presentable today. So you got to hear me too. And this is what happens. Like, all right, bye y'all, for real. I will see y'all in the next video.